Yeah, I've been. This week has been kind of exciting because we've been in the background looking forward to organizing the knife show, which we're traveling to your beautiful country to go over in May, and the excitement of it is kind of there's so many people coming, and we're looking forward to a road trip with all getting together and who's renting the car and who's arriving at what time, and it's like, even though it's months away, you sort of have to get on top of these things, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to hopefully catching up and seeing you guys over there, and raising. I haven't been when you sent over the forge. Sorry, not the forge, the power hammer.
The hammer, yeah.
One of the biggest surprises and the pleasant surprises were these, of all the packaging and the wrapping and everything that kind of went. I mean, this hammer traveled from, through several countries to get to Ireland, and the lorry driver, who's this lovely fella, kind of hopped out of the truck and brought it all down, and all the foam and the Soulamer and everything. And in the middle of everything was 2 perfectly wrapped up bottles of Austrian beer.
It was,
and I
like
thought
two
that
pills.
it was the most perfect thing. Now, I haven't been drinking for January and February. In fact, I'm really looking forward to going back on the sauce. It's kind of like I do Lent in a reverse order. I think if you drink as much alcohol as I do, it's really good to give it up for a couple of months so you can't be accused of being an alcoholic. So I've kept the beers, and they're still all wrapped up, and I think we're literally looking forward to the day that I actually crack into the forge, or get the forge going and start using the power hammer. That those bottles of beer are going to get popped open, and we're going to raise the first glass to you guys. So I have 1,000 questions, but I think you should probably lead the way.
Yeah. I mean,
what kind of beer did they send to you guys?
Uttendorfer Pils. It's kind of our favorite beer at the moment because it's nice to drink, and it's 0.3 milliliters, right?
It's proper beer.
It's a small one, yeah, and you can drink it pretty fast, and it's nice to have always have a cold beer.
It gives off that impression of being a very crisp beer. The funny thing is that, when in Ireland, when I grew up, all the terrible beers like Carlsberg and Heineken and Budweiser and all this piss that's really watery shit that just has no flavor. It's an easy drinking kind of like simple beer. And you suddenly go traveling across, Germany and Spain, you get beer with character.
Yeah,
there's so much more to it, but there's this refreshing element to beers. And one of my favorite things is, like the Irish are famous for drinking, but you suddenly find that young kids, you're allowed to drink at 16 when you go to your. Is it the same in Austria?
It's the same, yes. It's 16.
Yeah.
For beers
so
and wine.
I went. Yeah, I was just gonna say I went over there on a school trip, and I've been drinking since I was 5. When I was 5 years old, I was kind of given like a shot glass with beer in it, and every year my glass just got bigger. So very experienced young kids suddenly find themselves not having to lie about their age when they get to Austria. And you start knocking back the beers. Do you also do those wonderful drinking games with the Jägermeister?
With the Flying Hirsch? Like the Red Bull and Jägermeister?
Well, no. When I was younger, you could get a little bottle and it had foil on the top, and you'd peel the foil off and you'd put it into your teeth and you'd tilt your head back, and then you'd drink back the shot, and then you'd put it on the table and you'd look at the bottom, and there's a number printed on the bottom of the bottle, and whoever had the lowest number had to buy the next round. And you'd keep drinking all night until the bottles, which were slightly square shaped, they were bigger at the top and narrow at the bottom, and you had to make a full circle of all these little bottles, and that's when at that stage you cannot walk, you cannot talk, you're fucked.
You guys are really invested in that. No, we take the top of the bottle off and put it on your nose, and you guys do a little cheers and drink it off.
Shit, I do that stuff with my dog. What are you doing? What are you putting it on your nose? It sounds like don't move, stay, sit, drink. What are you doing with your nose? I couldn't picture that. What do you mean you put the bottle in your nose?
No, the bottle cap.
No, not the bottle. The cap.
Oh!
You stick the cap on your nose. Okay. And it's supposed to stay on there until you finish the drink.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know there was numbers on the bottom. I never investigated the Jägermeister that much. You just drink it.
Yeah. Well, you get to a point where you just buy the big bottle. I have to look at the bottom of the big. Yeah, I wonder if a big bottle has the same number at the bottom. I don't know.
So Fingal, what's up with the hammer? It's already
the hammer
running.
It is. So my great